Hello guys, this is leathertoolz. Today I'd like to show you really nice paring knife for the money. This is Crimsonhides Paring Knife. He has launched this for quite a while ago, and this is quite interesting and good knife, and I think it's a good chance to show you guys and what's good about it and what's it all about. So before I talk about the details, I would like to show you where you can buy them. This is Crimsonhides website. I will put the link in the description box. And in the tool section you have the one with a paring knife. He has also with the curved handle one, but this is straight handle paring knife for left-handed. So for the price, it's for Singapore dollar it's a 39 Singapore dollar. It's for US dollar it's a 28.81 US dollar, which is really good price for such a paring knife. I'm very impressed with this kind of paring knife, and I'll show you the details. So this is just a simple type of paring knife you see for long time ago. So this is a traditional shape of paring knife. It's not a fancy funky shape. It's just a very down-to-earth classic traditional paring knife, which I really like about. And this is high-speed steel. I'm a fan of high-speed steel. High-speed steel has been around for many years. It can be very sharp, it stays sharp, and high-speed steel is good for knife application as well. It's heat treated for 64 to 66 HRC, and the length is around 185 millimeter, and the width is 30 millimeter. It has a flattened out tip, so the tip is not sharp. So the tip is just it looks to be broken, but it's not really broken. It's just flattened out. It's just for it says for preventing accidental cuts, but I think it doesn't really matter to have it tip or not, but it's a nice touch that Crimsonhides put there to avoid any accidental cuts. So the knife is really sharp out of the box. So if I show you demonstration how it sharply cuts the knife. So the knife comes really sharp as you receive it. I did not sharpen this, and I must say this type of high mirror polish is really good job, and no one does it like this except for Crimsonhides. I see a lot of paring knives coming out of China, from other places, France, Germany, whatever. First of all, their steel is not that good, and their edge comes never be so sharp like this. You have to sharpen your own edge, and to able to achieve this kind of high polish, high finish sharpness, you need your skills, but they already have done it for you. So this becomes the base setup that you need to you will have for your sharpening session. So you don't need to go a lot of trouble because they already set it for you really nicely. So it is very nice edge right from the package. It's really nice, and this type of paring knife has to be, I think it should be more expensive, I think, because the length and the shape and how they finish this all around the edges is very nice. And there is some Chinese writing which I cannot really understand. I think the manufacturer and the size of the steel and the heat treatment information is written here, but this thing, I think it's really nice that Crimsonhides came out with this kind of paring knife at this price level. I think there are no manufacturer that beats this kind of paring knife at this moment. So I'm very excited to show you guys how this knife performs. So I will show you what this paring knife can do with some type of leathers that I have already lying around. So that was really long introduction. So I will just skype on a piece of glass because that's what normal people will have at their hands. And these are some of the sample leather. This is very thick vegetable tan leather, and this is goat skin, which is chrome tan leather. So I can also test the sharpness of the knife by just paring down goat leather. So when it cuts at the end of the leather without breaking it, this means it's sharp. So you need to have a sharp edge in order to have very good skiving like this, so that you can thin down your leather very well. So if you see it's a paper thin, it's really it's very thin, paper thin. Yeah. So if I show you closely, yeah. So it's pared to really thin state. Okay. So for any paring job you want to do, I think it's easy to do. And for your watch strap makers, this type of paring knife is used mostly for watch strap makers as well. So you need to skive down quite delicately for your watch straps. And for skiving, if you don't know already, if you glue two pieces of leather together, such as like this, it creates a bump. Thickness rises between these two leather. So in order to decrease the thickness, you need to pare down your leather so that you don't have such a thick gap between these sections. So you want to achieve one single thickness. So you need to skive one side here, and you need to skive one side here. So I'll show you. So you just take your knife, skive so, yeah. So you have this kind of slanted skiving for one side, and then for the other side, also similar width. You can also do this skiving, so that when you glue two pieces of leather together, like so, you don't see any thickness increase between this joint that I want to say. So on the outside level, of course, it has to be clean enough to look like it's one piece together. Of course, I used the two different tones to show you what I'm doing. But if it's the same color, of course, you see a nice transition. It looks to be same thickness. So it's a high quality. It's a better work. So you need this type of skiver. Sometimes you call it lap skiver, but this is just a classic paring knife. I would like to call it classic paring knife, or the traditional paring knife. Yeah. So I think it's the best paring knife out there for the money. It's really nice. The Crimsonhide always brings out one of the good tools with a relatively really good price, reasonable price level. They're trying to bring in lots of interesting tool to the market, and I think I feel like this is going to be one of their good success, another success tool as well. It's a paring knife from Crimsonhide. So thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys next video. Bye bye.